Welcome back to the Hardcore Pub, everybody. Going to be trying a IPA Mixed Pack today. Now this Mixed Pack has 4 different beers from 4 different breweries, and they come from Michigan, Colorado, Texas, and Florida. This is called the CanArchy Craft Brewery Collective. It's got from Perrin, it's got Call Me Hazy. From Oskar Blues, Thick Haze. From Manic, Confidence, and from Cigar City Brewing, Fancy Papers. Now, this has got 4 different beers in it. I will not be reviewing the Fancy Papers, just because I've reviewed that beer on its own. So if you want to see my thoughts on that beer, click on my videos and look for Fancy Papers. It's on there. You can get that review solely on its own. But for this video, I'm only going to be reviewing the 3 that I have not tried yet. So the first one is from Perrin. It says Liquid Craftsmanship, Perrin Brewing Company. Call Me Hazy Juicy IPA. This is a 7.5% ABV. Some call me hop heavy, juice bomb, and malt forward. Instead, just call me hazy. Alright, so this is a banger right out of the box. So let's see if she lives up to what they put on the can. I should let you guys hear. I'll get the other one closer to the camera so you guys can all enjoy the hard pour. I know most of you probably don't hard pour your beers, because I still get people commenting on my videos that I'm pouring the beers wrong. Whatever. Just, if you haven't tried it, give it a try. If not, just watch me do it. Oh, it does smell juicy and delicious. Yeah. I'm just going to not pour that whole thing in the can since I'm doing 3 of them here, but okay, it is hazy. It does smell juicy, and it's 7.5% alcohol. It's going to be a banger. So I'm thirsty. I want to get this in my body. Cheers. Nicely done, Perrin Brewing Company. This one must be out of Michigan, I'm guessing. Let's see. Yes, Comstock Park, Michigan. Product of the United States. I do love Michigan beers. Is it the water? I don't know, but I just really love Michigan beers. And I'm down in Georgia, so thank you, Michigan, for allowing us to buy your product here. This is nice because at 7.5% alcohol, I don't taste it one bit. It's not sweet. A lot of IPAs, because of the citrusy notes, can come off as very sweet. Some can be too sweet. This is not. This is delicious. That's going to get a thumbs up from me. Perrin, Call Me Hazy. I like it. I'm going to set that aside. Now the second one, this comes out of Colorado from Oskar Blues Brewing. Ooh, it's another banger. It says a New England style IPA, 7% alcohol. And this is brewed and canned by Oskar Blues Brewery in Longmont, Colorado, Brevard, North Carolina, and Austin, Texas. So this one doesn't tell me which brewery it was canned in. It just says it was canned on February 9th of 2022 at 12:03 p.m. and it says for Joshy. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, but it says for Joshy. So I don't know who Joshy is, but if they brewed this beer for him, he must be a stand-up guy. I'm going to continue sitting down, though, because if I stand up, it'll cut my head off. Alright. Here goes a hard pour. Give it a listen. Turn up your speakers if you don't have it up loud enough. Listen to the magic that is a hard pour. like I say, I get more for my money by hard pouring because not only do I get the taste of the beer, which you're going to get whether you hard pour it or soft pour it or drink it out of the can or the bottle, you're going to get the taste. But if you drink it out of the bottle or you drink it out of the can, one thing you're not going to get is the sight of it. That's why beer reviewers get it into a glass. You got to be able to see what it is that you're getting ready to drink. Is it crystal clear? Is it hazy? Does it have chunks floating in it? These are all things you'll never see if you drink it out of the can or the bottle. That's why we put it into a glass. And on these types of beers, where they're lighter in color, you don't get so much of the show in a hard pour. But the dark beers, like porters and stouts, or those amber ales, when you pour it in there, and you get that big head, and you see the beer is lifted up in the head, and then you see as it's working its way down through the bubbles. I say, it's like watching Plinko. Is it going to hit the $1,000 spot? It does for me every single time. But this one here also appears to be hazy. This one doesn't have much of an aroma. I've had fantastic beers that didn't have much of an aroma, so let's just see what she tastes like. Cheers. This one is not as good as the first one. This one is a tad bit more on the blander side. Let's see what this can says here. It doesn't say anything. But they just call this Thick Haze, New England Style IPA. It is 7% alcohol, so it's got more alcohol than, you know, your standard beer. But the flavor of this one, it's not a bad flavor. It's just not, it's not jumping out at me. I'm not getting anything in particular that's just jumping out saying, hey, look at me, I'm over here. It's just, let me give it another sip. Okay, that got better. I made the mistake. I drank this one right after the other one, and I didn't rinse all of the flavors of the other one out of my mouth. Take a few more sips. This beer is starting to come alive in the glass. So my apologies to Oskar Blues for doubting you. Let me get one more sip, then I'll give you the real deal. Okay, I'm going to stick with my original assessment and say that the Oskar Blues Thick Haze, it's good, it's just not as good as the Perrin Call Me Hazy. That one had a lot more vibrant flavors. This one is still good. It's 7% alcohol. That's higher than your average beer. And again, it's not sweet. It's not over the bit. I get slight notes of grapefruit, but it's not a bitter beer. It's not bitter at all. So this is also going to get a thumbs up from me, because you know I'm easy to please when it comes to beer. A beer has to be pretty bad for me to give it a thumbs down. Let's move on to the last one. I say the last one because, you know, I'm not reviewing fancy papers. Already reviewed it. This one here is going to come from Texas. This is Deep Ellum Brewing Company, Dallas, Texas. This is 6.5% alcohol by volume. And it's called Confidence Hazy Enough India Pale Ale. So, it's hazy enough, in their opinion. Let's see if it's hazy enough, in my opinion. I'll give you another listen to that delicious hard pour. And like I say, I'm never dying of thirst. If I am, I'd run upstairs and get a glass of water, something else. I don't need it. It doesn't take, yes, I've got a big head here. It doesn't take that long to melt, guys. I'm in my own bar. You can do this in your own house. Your own, where you doing? Your basement, your house, your living room, your kitchen, wherever you do it. Listen, it's just, I'm not in a hurry. The young me, yeah, I want to get it in me as quick as possible. I ain't drinking through all this head. It ain't happening. I'm older. I'm wiser. I just want to relax and enjoy everything. So that includes beer. So I'm in no rush. It doesn't take long, and even if I don't want to wait, it isn't going to kill me to drink and get a foam mustache. I'll prove it to you right now. Cheers. Okay, so this one, it is hazy. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is less hazy than the other two. In their words, it's just hazy enough. It's hazy enough India Pale Ale. So it is hazy. I can't see through it. I can barely see my fingers through it, but I can see like on the edges where it is more see-through. So it is just hazy enough. It smells nice. You know, it's citrusy. A lot of the IPAs are. They're citrusy. Let's see. Let me give it another sip. Let me rinse the other stuff out of my mouth. This one is sweeter than the other two. However, totally not too sweet. It's a good mix. It's a good mix. Yeah, I like it. 6.5, so that's the lowest ABV one that I did so far. It's going to get a thumbs up. It's going to get a thumbs up for me. And I took the fancy paper out. It was also 6.5% alcohol from Cigar City. Normally I like to review the packs as they are. However, this is 3 beers, and since I already have a solo review of the fancy papers, I'm just going to leave it at that. Like I said, if you're interested in knowing what I thought about the Cigar City Brewing fancy papers, Hazy India Pale Ale, just give it a look up on my channel. It's there. But for the most part, this is a very good pack. I don't remember, I want to say that this was $18 or $19. And for the alcohol content that's in all of these beers, I said this was 7.5, this one's 7, 6.5, and 6.5. So you're getting a lot more alcohol in this than you would in a case or a 12-pack of, you know, a regular beer or light beers. So it's worth it. Way more flavor, more alcohol, way better can art. I mean, it's nice to look at. You get this pack, you can drink one of each, and you won't regret it. It's awesome. I'm going to finish it off. I think I'm going to go back to the first one from Perrin. Call me Hazy to sign off on this one. So, thank you everybody for stopping by the Hardport Pub. I do appreciate you. I do appreciate those of you who've sent other people my way, because everybody's welcome here. Everybody. And you can bring as many friends as you want, because nobody gets turned away at the Hardport Pub. So, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Till then. Three thumbs up. Dink. 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 And a dink for the fourth one, because I already know I gave that one a thumbs up when I reviewed it on its own. It's a solid mix pack. Go buy it. The IPA Mixed Pack from CanArchy Craft Collective.